Okay, what is up? Let me see. Okay, I believe we are live. I'm just going to check. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I can be heard. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure. Can everyone hear me all right? Okay. See if that works. Okay, can you hear me now? Just waiting to see. Hmm. I wonder why. Okay, now I'm unmuted. Show my. Oh wait, now can you hear me? Show my. Okay. Oh wait, now can you hear me? Okay. There we go. The funny thing is the playback, it was my playback that was muted, so you might have been able to hear me this whole time, and you might be like, what the heck is he talking about? But here we are. We are playing. You might not be able to tell from this screen, but hopefully the name of the game, the title of the stream gave it away. We're going to be playing the Stanley Parable, and I am very excited. I played this a while ago. I played it, but I do mean a while ago. Like I played it years ago. Probably not long after it came out, on PC. I don't think I played it right away because I'm not much of a PC gamer. I'm still not, but here we are. We're playing it again, and I remember practically none of it. I remember you start off in like an office. I remember there's a funny narrator that's narrating your whole journey, and you can follow what he says, or you can go off on all these cool, interesting paths, and there's a bunch of different endings and stuff. But other than that, I can't really recall anything else about the game. Um, but it's cool that it finally has come to console. This is the first time it has come to console, so that's really cool. And I'm really excited to dive into it. This is the Ultra Deluxe Edition, so from my understanding, it is a unique. It has some new content that wasn't in the original, so that's exciting. Um, and yeah, just to give, I guess, I kind of gave a summary of the game, but it's kind of, yeah, it's a walking simulator. So, but it's really funny. It's got one of the funniest games I've played, that I remember playing for a long time, at least at the time. One other thing I did is I'm a bit of a I'm a bit of a trophy hunter. So I was looking at the trophies and they were hilarious. Um, so I took screenshots. I'm looking at my phone now because I don't feel like bringing up the trophy menu. I have them right here. There's not many. There's like 12. They're all gold trophies. But let's see. The first one is just get your first trophy. Awarded for getting any of the other trophies as your first. I guess there are other games too that have had that. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. That's a normal one. Test trophy. Please ignore. Test trophy description. Replace this. So I don't know how you get that one, but obviously that's making fun of, like, they just kind of put that in to test the trophies, and they were supposed to replace it and they didn't. But obviously that's a little joke. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. So I could literally just turn this game off right now and restart it and get that trophy, but I'll wait to do that. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it, is the description. Commitment. This one's funny. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. So now I don't know if that means, like, from midnight to midnight, so you have to start the game at midnight and play it the whole entire day. I'm assuming you don't have to play it. Like, you can probably leave it on, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what constitutes that, but I thought that was funny. This one's just a whole bunch of 8s. I don't know what that means. Click Underwear 435 times. Don't know if that has any, like, significance within the game or not. A few more. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, there's a speedrun trophy. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes, 22 seconds. I do remember you can beat this game rather quickly. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. And then this last one. I like the name of it. Super Go Outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. I love it. And I know that people can, whenever it comes to time-based trophies, you can just manipulate the clock. But that's really fun. That would be hilarious if anybody actually does that. Like, imagine 10 years later, like, oh man, I can't wait to get that trophy, and you haven't touched the game in, like, forever. Obviously, because you're not allowed to. Well, imagine wanting to play the game, like, it's been like 5 years, and you're like, oh, I really want to go back to Stanley Parable, but I still have 5 years to go, man. Can't do it. Not if I want to get that trophy. Or you're getting really close and, like, something happens and trophies go away or something. I don't see that happening. It's just, a lot can happen in 10 years, so that's a really funny one. But like I said, I think people have already gotten it. Like I said, you just kind of manipulate the date and the clock to, 10 years later, and then you get that one. So in all actuality, if I do go for this platinum, I'll probably just do that. But it would be fun to actually try and get that the way it's intended. It seems like it's kind of just a big joke to, like, trophy hunters. Like, this is what you asked for. This is like, what are the lengths you'll go to get this platinum? And I'm sure there are people who are gonna get it. So, okay, I mean, that's really it. I left it on this screen because I didn't, I don't know if it goes right into the game or if there's a main menu or not. So, figured better safe than sorry. Yes, English is fine. I speak the English. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Why are you asking? I'm gonna say no, just because I don't want it to skip anything. Like I said, technically I have, but I remember very little, so I'm gonna say no. Until the computer is barely visible. I'm not playing on a computer. Okay. I get it. I get it. I had the slider so low I couldn't see the computer. Now I get what they're talking about. Okay, so the computer has to be barely visible. There we go. Good enough. Please enter the current time. Interesting. It is 7:14. Still a 7:14. Okay. Confirm. Why is that important? Okay, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. I'm good for now. I'm A-okay. Okay, and that just brought us to the menu. It's a menu within a menu within a menu within a menu within a menu. Let me just take a look at the settings. Field of view? I don't know. I guess I shouldn't mess with those until... Yeah, we want the controller vibration on. All that is good. All this is good. Yeah, we don't need any accessibility stuff. Okay. That's good enough. Shall we begin? Let's do it. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's me, I think.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Very unique.
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And
not monotonous at all.
Might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
This company couldn't run without me.
Was happy.
In his own little bubble.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What do I do?
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so one of the things, so that's kind of the gist I remember of the game. It's kind of the idea that, like, you know, like, you're used to just being given orders, and now, you know, you're going to have this narrator guy, telling you what to do, and, you can just, follow whatever he tells you to, which is kind of a, it's kind of a, poking fun at, like, classic game design that we've come to know, you're told to go to this, this waypoint, do this thing, complete this task, and you just do it, because that's what the game requires of you to complete it. So it's kind of poking fun at that, like the narrator's telling you where you're supposed to go in this game, and you can just, follow along or go down different paths, and then the narrator's like, why are you going that way? And it's just, it's hard to explain. It's really funny. So I think for this first playthrough, I'm going to try just following exactly what the narrator tells me. I don't even remember what happens if you do that. And then we're going to, go off and just try weird things. It's going to be fun. So strap yourselves in. Okay. I don't remember how much interactivity there is. Like, I don't think there's much that you have to, like, interact with, like collectibles and stuff. But I honestly don't remember.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
They are not here. I don't see any sign of life. This computer's on. Oh, I turned that computer off. I'm pressing the X button, it's making clicky noises. Oh. Can I print my butt? No? Okay. I tried. What does that say? I like when... What? I like work. I just hate my boss. I can relate. Okay. Still no one around. Turn off those computers. Nothing in the filing cabinet. Oh shoot, what's the door I need to press 5 times? Sorry. I figure that's a trophy I can at least try and get. That's from, I forget, 430? Okay. So I have to click on door 434. 5 times.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. I just remember loving the narrator. I mean, he makes the game. You know, you don't talk. It's all about the narrator, and he's just narrating everything, every little thing you do, and no matter how insignificant it is. It's 4:17. I hate Mondays. Open! Open! Okay, fine. Don't open. I feel like the numbers are going down. Where's this door 430 I'm trying to get to? Whatever.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's do it. Left door. I am just a sheep. 413. Open. All the doors are locked. Got some cool pictures on the wall. 411. Yeah, I feel like we're...
Yet there was
conference
not a
room.
single person here either.
Ooh, what do we got?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
Wait,
there.
I was gonna read that. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Thank you. That's me in the left there, in the suit. Number of slides on the slide. Charts and slides. Slides. If you don't think I'm going to sit here and just read this, you have another thing coming. Rate out which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Oh boy, if you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee, remember that it takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. What are your dreams for the future? Those are all worthwhile dreams. Some of them, anyway. This is the first one. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no exception of promotion or recognition. Expectation. Don't get fired. Okay, and now we're back to the beginning. Phew! Oh, sorry, I was trying to read that really fast, so I got all the information. Okay, we'll move on. I'm not going to read every little thing. Okay. So, I guess we're going through here. This is a broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Maybe I did have a reason to come into the broom closet. It's a nice little closet you got there.
Here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Any more? Got any wise guy? I'm just gonna stay here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
You got me. I have no excuse. I'm gonna keep doing it though.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, you see, I don't know. I actually don't know.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I understand.
I thought to mention it.
I understand. You've got a point. Everything you're saying is logical and reasonable,
maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
My friends sound exactly like that. That's exactly how they sound. That was a good impression. I'm proud of you.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, since you know so much about me, Mr. Narrator.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
No, I'm moving, see?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Nah, I'm good.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Oh, it's not. I'm having a blast.
Right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
How long is this going to go on for? Is the whole stream going to be this? Okay, I think he might be done. Okay, I think he's done. Okay, so that is indicative of this game.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I love it. He thinks I'm a new person. He thinks I stepped in. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, I love this game. I remember why I love this game.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we'll go upstairs. Let's do it. Like I said, except for little detours like that, I'm going to try and stick to the path he's guiding me on. Ooh, what kind of hallway is this? Doesn't match the rest of the... What's over here? Executive bathroom. Ooh. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. No funny commentary for this bathroom? No bathroom humor? Well, fine then. The heck? What was that? Oh no, we're locked in. Okay. Can't go that way. Ooh. This is a nice office.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was
Who's my boss, Sherlock Holmes?
His desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
I wonder what that PIN number is.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I'll see what happens if I just get the wrong numbers.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yay, I got 2 trophies.
$2845.
Oh, did you say 4896? No, that's not it. 2357.
Forgot But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, narrator. It's very dark in here, though. Okay. I can't even see. Okay, I'm walking to the desk. Let us go this way. Ooh. Okay. This is cool. Ooh. Okay. I can't see a thing though. So do I go? Up we go. Or down. Loading, loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh. Give me, oh. Gunshots!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Mind control facility.
Mind control facility.
Great. I could escape, but nah, why would I do that? Let's go. Here we are. Should I press this big light bulby button?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Guess we're gonna find out. Okay, is that a camera button? No. Okay, anything? Okay, I guess we just press that button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Someone's watching us?
Co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What's my number again? I don't even remember. I think you said what it was. Ooh, this is cool though. The plot thickens. Okay, let's see what this does. It kills everyone.
Mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
But it is.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I guess so. Is it me? Am I? Because I'm literally controlling him?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
gotta
own
believe.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh. Okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
offline.
with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm here to end this reign of tyranny. Okay, what do I do? Here's a 5. Should I just press that? Do I have to press buttons in order or something? Hang on. Let me figure this out. Well, let me figure out if there's something I gotta do before I go in there. Like, do I have to press buttons in order or something? There's a button up there, I think. Can't reach. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I just go in here? This is... Okay, I'm just gonna go in here. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So I'm gonna turn it off. Did I win? Game over?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Did I succeed?
Yes.
Did I get the mastermind?
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Oh yeah.
Yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
That's true, we don't know that yet.
Freed from the machine's grasp.
I also don't know that.
What mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal
and the friends I've made along the way.
But to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
I'm a free man.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step into the outside world.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. I'm content. I beat the game. World record. No kidding. Okay, guys. Well, that was my my live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to explore, a lot more to do. So that was the basic path, I guess you'd call it. That's just the go on the path the game tells you to go on. But now we can play it again. And go different ways, and different things will happen. Oh, here's 4:30.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I'm gonna do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not
Give it to
feeling
me.
the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Really?
Perhaps
You can do this to me?
50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Here we go. I'm not counting, I'm just gonna keep going until you say something.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Okay,
I want to see
you got it.
commitment, a willingness
I got
to go
this.
all the way no matter the cost.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
A 4 and 7 is further in, right? It's not in this room. I still want to miss it. Yeah, okay, it's definitely not this room. So let's continue to 417. 417, 417. It's further in here, right? Oh, here we go. 20.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
That's back this way, right? Man, you really give me a workout here. Wait, here it is. I forget. What, did you say 20 again?
Excellent.
Oh.
I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door
Where's my trophy?
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Give me 10. Give me my trophy, Stan. No, wait, I'm Stanley. Narrator. What did you say, 415? Oh, gosh. I wasn't paying enough attention. I think it was 415, right? There's 416. Where's 415? Oh, here you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Back to door number 437.
Come on, man. 437. Let's do it. No, you know, he's right. He's right. Trophies are too easy this day. You got to work for it. Or these days, I should say.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
This? Okay, click.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
God damn it. Dang it. 417, let's go. Wait a minute. Oh, it was in here.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Wait, climb? 419? Can you even climb on the desks? Wait a minute, where is that? He said 419, right? The only reason I'm saying that is because I was kind of half paying attention. As we established, you can't really jump. Okay, 419. Where's 419? Oh, is that in here? Here's 418. 419? Ah. Get up.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I'm feeling it. We're getting there. Okay. This is totally not a waste of time. Let's do it. Copy machine again? Click.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
Right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
I feel good.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
What has my life become? What am I doing here? Okay, let's move on. That was totally worth it. No, that really was. That was fun. Again, I love how self-aware this game is. Okay. Oh, input received. Oh, I think I have to do this to like every computer I pass. Hang on, let me see if there are any... I don't think those were on before. But let me see if... I see this computer's on, but... Okay, I don't know. Let's keep on trucking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? I think I'll go right today.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know what? That's not why I went this way. I'm still going to continue to click on every door I pass by. Make sure I can't go inside any of them.
Ah, yes. Truly a room worth admiring.
Ooh, cold drinks.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Totally worth it.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Heh. Nice pun. Can I actually get a drink? A cold drink?
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, Here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh, I didn't even
Worth it.
I didn't even look at the painting. Thanks for reminding me, narrator dude. Oh yeah, look at that picture of a leaf.
At
A wet leaf.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
I'm not creepy, you're creepy.
That this is why everyone left.
Because of me? You know what? You might be onto something there. Coffee nut. That's me. Actually, I hate coffee.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, I'm waiting. You're still talking, man. It's your move. It's your move. Are you done? Are you done talking? Okay, I'll move on then.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What do you think? Should I go this way, or should I stay off the path? What's in here? Let's just see what's in here.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Here's the broom closet. I'm assuming the dialogue will just be the same.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, I have a feeling he means it. He's just like, I'm done. Nope, we did this once. Okay. Oh, gosh. That was great.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I'll go down. Door's locked. I'll keep going down then. Ooh, this place looks creepy. Okay, nothing back here.
But Stanley
nice car.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my gosh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty
all
familiar.
Valid questions.
Simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And
where are my hands, too?
He came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh,
it's gotta be.
Relief Stanley felt.
You're right, Mr. Narrator.
Found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice.
Am I still floating?
Me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
It's getting deep.
Is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I've seen the light.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? That this voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Okay, I'm losing it.
He would prove that he was in control.
What do you want me to do?
This was a dream.
I'll do it.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Okay.
The press of
any moment I'll wake up.
Back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yes.
Let me go back to my job.
It is time.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
All those things.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Am I, though? I'm still here. What gives?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Get me out of here.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real.
Oh, God.
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
That an ending?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh, Jesus.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
Is that
who
me?
stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
I'm glad I'm not like that guy.
My mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled.
I'm glad I could help you.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned.
Have you called the police yet? I guess not. Okay, well, I'm glad she got some solace from that. I'm glad she was able to better her life. Oh, and here we are, back at the beginning. Alrighty then. Awesome. I wonder what happens if I try
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to see what happens.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I want to see what happens if I try the door thing again. See if he comments like, we did this already, or something.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No,
I guess we're doing it again.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Sorry, we went through this already, so I will pass on that. Input received. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No omniscient voice can tell me what to do. I'm my own man.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
I was going to wait a moment. I just want to see if he says the exact same dialogue or... Because I believe that dialogue was exactly the same.
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah, I think...
A room so utter. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I could. I can crouch, too. I could... Teabag. No, okay. We're gonna go straight, though.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ooh. Some construction going on? Okay. A lot of different environments, I will say.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Have
I'm
we?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
And who's that?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who? What you talking about, Willis?
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Not sure I understand what you're talking about. You're trying to get in my head and I don't like it. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Maybe I don't wanna. I always like doing inaction and seeing what he says. Okay, guess I'll pick up the phone. Hello. Trying to answer the phone. There we go. So who are you talking about? Wife? Sister? Daughter?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Sounds yummy.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
You're down.
Oh.
Gotcha.
You suck, Mr. Narrator.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
For a moment, I thought maybe.
You. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can I just turn around?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
No. Let me help, Mr. Narrator. I thought I was in your story this whole time. Hello, darling.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man
named
Stanley.
I died in the last ending. Good morning, employee 2. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I'm trapped in here. Please press circle. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
I'm not eating lunch.
He's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press circle. I will do it again.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
You're very
And each day
claustrophobic
that he
in here.
returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press up to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
There's no TV
First,
in here.
he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend the time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
I did that.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I feel like I'm being judged right now. I don't like it. Okay, prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy
what the-
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Yes, we saw that room.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, these are all the different, like, tell your kids a story? These are all the different endings he's telling me about.
Wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be?
What's the new dialogue?
He played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her. I love you, wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
My
In
desk.
reality, all
My
he's
lovely
doing is
desk.
pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press square to go to sleep.
And I'm
Good
trying to
night-night.
tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
To question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
Should I? Should I
Perhaps-
listen to him?
Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Let's
And I
see.
tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh gosh, and that's it? I'm dead? Okay, that was a disturbing one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm not trying to find my coworkers. Okay. Let's go this way, shall we?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, we're gonna go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope. Not my plan.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm.
I think this dialogue is
No.
different, right?
Stanley knew it was something deeper. something darker.
Okay, I think that was different than the other 2 times.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, last time I went through there.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Ooh, what's this button do?
On track.
Where are we headed?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
That's what I do.
In order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
You don't know, do you? You never ventured this far. I love it, though. I love how it's poking fun at, like, game design and game tropes and... Like the last ending, for example, I mean, that's literally, you know, it's talking directly at the player. Like I'm sitting there, it's telling me to press a button, I'm pressing it, not questioning it.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Jeez. Okay. I will go this way then.
No, not the right.
Okay.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I'm following your lead.
Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He's looking up a guide.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, I didn't even see this door. Okay. I got a little car here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
I got...
Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
Where do we go?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story is completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
That's it? Well, fair enough. I suppose.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Trying to keep track of where I've been and where I still need to go.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
what did you do?
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I don't think so.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
I have no control of what's going on here.
Just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, gosh. I don't even know where to begin. I can't jump, so I can't go that way. Let's take this door here. Oh, they're going to be all, like, interconnected. Okay, I'm going to find my own way. Should I go in there?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well,
okay.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's continue. Let's press on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. Turn off that computer. Turn off that computer. What a fun little adventure we're having, right, narrator? Okay, now I don't see any doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Is he gonna open this door? Okay. Let's do it. Okay, anything on the computers? Okay. Back in here we go.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Now I'm just getting more and more confused.
Wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Where are we going?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
I
don't think so.
Are we in Resident Evil?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I believe it did.
Do you remember, Stanley?
I remember that much.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Woo!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
I do.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. I think I remember this. This looks familiar.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Okay.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I mean, simple enough, right? Okay. So far, so good. Oh, it's taking me in here. Solitaire? Ooh, can I stay here and play solitaire? No? Okay. Can't go that way. Just gotta follow the line. Easy enough. Follow the line.
See, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
Oh, brought me back around.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I'm not gonna say no to music. Now I'm in an adventurous mood. Okay, I'm getting confused. What the heck is this? Okay, the Riddler's been here. Oh gosh. Hang on. The music's very loud in my ear. Da 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 da. Onward! Oh, that's where it's supposed to go. I'm following the line closely. Da 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 da.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
This fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Will it?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, it's green. It's got lots of leaves. Clicking on it does nothing. Okay, I will remember this fern. Like my own child. Okay. Can you bring back the music?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I don't know what's happening. Okay, we're going this way? Oh, we're back at the spoiler spot again.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you...
Come on, Line.
I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Hey. Okay. Now what?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
It just
We're
led us
intelligent
astray.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
I would think so.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Can you jump
Why
me
don't we
into
simply
an
start
RPG?
wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
I feel like
me
Bilbo
and Stanley
Baggins.
forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Just walking in circles is what I'm doing. Anything, huh? Let's go on a fantastical, magical adventure.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Agreed.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I'll just keep walking. Okay, it's going up that way, so we're good. Ooh, now where are we?
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Exactly.
I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that
I'll go
somewhere,
slower.
the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
Sorry if this is getting you all dizzy,
corresponds
guys.
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Woohoo, come to a decision. In all seriousness now, whenever I have to make a choice between like doors or something, I always go, or a path, I always choose the right one. Unless I have some reason to think, I shouldn't go that way. Like a clue is telling me not to go that way. Okay. The confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
How many times have you done it already?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
Narrator's gone.
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Oh, after the 7th
Wall.
restart, I think.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
I'm reading it now. No longer in office, simply black space, wander in the blackness, find a bookstore, get bored and leave.
Restarting.
Narrator restarts. Narrator's gone. After a long time, Stanley dies.
I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I
Fight
won't
the power.
do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it was a fun ride.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What was that? How do I know when we're back, when we're done with that ending?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Woohoo! Somehow I don't feel like a winner, though. Okay, let's keep on trucking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love it. He nailed the broom closet shut.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, we'll go upstairs this time. Still nothing going on in here. What's this? Oh, an input? Cool.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
I can't see anything.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Now we're cooking. If I remember correctly, there was like an, whatchamacallit. I'm just adjusting myself. It was like an escape route or something. This way.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What if I want to escape? Freedom!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't care. I've died enough times.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Not gonna do it.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'll do what I must. Ooh, a door opened. Or something. Jump down. Whereabouts am I headed? I can do the flashlight.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Get me out of here.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
It's like Danganronpa. Don't do it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I'm still alive at the moment. What's going on? Got a new narrator? I honestly don't know what's new and what isn't, because it's been so long since I played this, so apparently the new content, I have no idea. Wait. Oh. The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Am I in a museum? Is this like an overview of the hallways and stuff? Like, isn't this in the Stanley's office? And it goes on through here. This is the room where you choose the two doors. Yeah, the two doors. The set of the two doors, it was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Getting some deep lore, some deep insight. Stanley's computer. There it is in all its glory. The office layout. Hang on. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. The core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Cool. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. I suppose that's true. They want to make sure like that's not cut off. Like the narration doesn't cut it off or anything. Filing cabinet. Yep, that's what these are. The office computers. I tried playing solitaire, but it wouldn't let me. Anything else? The office. These are the office doors. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Cool. These are the credits. That's nice. No offense, but I think I'm good. Okay, like I said, I'll take the right path, I guess. Office clock. Boss's office. There's a bunch of different designs for it. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. So that's the one I got first. That was me leaving. The Lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game.
Where were all of his co-workers?
Narration outtakes.
Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing?
Kevin Brighting. The voice and narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over for 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. That's so cool.
Stanley walked over the bridge.
Where am I going anyway? I'm confused. Let's see what's in here. Did I ever look at these pictures on the end here? Sorry. I was trying to look at everything. Nature paintings. Are these the ones that we see throughout the game? Okay. I got it. I didn't actually try opening any of these doors. Nothing happens, okay. The office. The all-important fax machine. Or copier. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action here would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Instead, they're going to make fun of people who like walking sims, such as myself, or games in general. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for the promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. I appreciate the previously Stanley game as a work of art and standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to art, which is why I'm eager to see a sequel. Okay. Stanley Pablo is really going to let me go shopping. I hope we will have a fine selection of desert boots. Okay. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? What exactly is the function of a rubber duck? How is the game going? I hope it's as good or better than the first one. I'm a cool man. Yeah. Are you a rock? Okay, enough of that. The Lounge, an early version of the Lounge. We spent lots of time in there. Where's the broom cupboard? Okay, the apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, the timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. I wonder if I still could have not picked up the phone then. Cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We want it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Fair enough. Meeting room. These are different vents. The flow of hallways following the first 2 doors is important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending. They thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Okay. Oh man, there's so much to look at. Yeah, we didn't get this one yet. The Zending. The game is now paused. Excuse me. Long time, we had an ending that only ended when the play restarted from the escape menu. Fortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Fair enough. I've been in here already.
Now, I'm getting all manner of turned around. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, this way. Monitor room elevator. Oh, what's that? Countdown desk. For the time the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Okay, what's this? Come out again. I dare you. 75. Ooh. Game design mock-up. Ooh. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Sorry if I'm moving around so much. Maybe I'm just getting antsy. Okay, let's go to that room, wherever it was.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay. Off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Control is vibrating.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
Really?
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I couldn't do it. That'd be cool. I wonder if that was actually something I could have done.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I see one more input, it looks like. Okay. I don't see any more computers, though. New content? Well, don't mind if I do.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
We'll find out. Ooh, this is exciting. I'm all in. Okay, so this is quite literally gotta be the new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You are welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This is what we're playing now.
The game for consoles and home computers.
Where's the narrator we know and love?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
more game
the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
All right, let's get started.
This sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I'm glad you're with me on this journey, Mr. Narrator.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Try something really dumb.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
See.
Oh, there we go.
Button?
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay. How exciting.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the...
Give it time, give it time.
Okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Woohoo! This is what I'm talking about. I can jump now. Alright, this is the kind of content I've been waiting for. Totally worth it. Okay, 5 more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it comes. 5. I can't jump anymore. That's it. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I love this game.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just
I thought that was thrilling.
Jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
You spoke too soon.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay, here we go. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies.
I did too.
It's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
You did. You got my hopes up.
I never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Of course not.
You and me having a great time together like always.
You and me, buddy.
What do you say, friend?
I'm nodding. Wait, what? Where exactly are we? Okay, there's a picture of the office. Let's go this way.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, I'll play along. Whee! Where are we going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Ooh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Did you make my own deluxe content? Ooh, look at this. Let's go.
I call it
The Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Ooh,
experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay, now we're talking, Mr. Narrator. See, you took this disappointment and you put it into your own hands.
You see, Stanley,
2013.
Doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was
memory,
before
sweet
it was
memory.
solid with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then,
don't forget,
it all meant something.
The Stanley Parable.
Oh, the waste.
The Stanley Parable. What a nice little cozy little cottage this is. Oh, there's a real life magazines. Time. National Geographic. Cargo. Shapes. Indoors Monthly. Nice. Are those all magazines that like covered it? Like, is Stanley Parable on the cover or something? It's pretty dope if that's the case. Audience Award, The Stanley Parable. What does it say? 2014 Independent Games Festival. What is this? British Academy of Film and Television Arts. It's a Stanley Parable. Can I look in the mask? I wonder how I get that test trophy, though. I'm just clicking on things. So cool. It's like another museum. Stanley Parable demonstration. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Give me the money. I want that $1. Okay, fine. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Wait a minute, that was the original trophy? You increased it? That's not cool. Or I guess not trophy, I guess the original achievement. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. You guys have always been trolls, haven't you? A nominee. British Academy Games Awards. Cool. New video game releasing today. New York Times. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Because we know they're really stuck up a-holes. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Okay, is that it? Oh, now we got music, okay. I can get jiggy with this. What the heck?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art.
I like the impression.
Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created.
That's high praise.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. Well, here's some Best of PAX 2013, Interaction Award, Design Museum Design of the Year, IGF 2013, Wovo Award. It can be all those things again, Stanley. You just gotta believe. What's this? Memory Zone Maintenance, so I guess we can't go in there. Person of the Year. Some guy. Well, here are models. I guess that's Stanley, and that's that weird lady. Cool, cool, cool. So much to see and do. Just looking at everything. After all, they gave us this new content. Literally anything. Wise words. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything.
Here's another
Facts.
moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it,
Not
Stanley?
bad.
The game was perfect.
Well, almost
perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new
a 9 isn't
content.
perfect.
All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Oh, man. The serious room. Where do I go? It came from...
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
I can go down here now.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Ooh.
What's this? What's down here?
We're about to find out. It's about to get dark, isn't it?
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years.
Pressurized Gas?
I can't even imagine what's
Never heard of
collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Let's see.
Honestly,
this looks like
I
Steam.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, what happened to that nice weather? It's all gloomy. Pressurized gas. Okay, I guess I'll just follow this trail down here. It looks like this looks like the construction yard in Heavy Rain. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind. Okay, keep on trucking, chugging along. Another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
Tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
I think you're awesome.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's okay. It's special to me, even though I don't remember it all that well. But still. Okay, at least the rain stopped. That's good, right? Oh, here's another one.
What's this one got to say?
Cookie from Cookie 9.
They have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
I guess that's a valid one.
There was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game.
I can't express to you how much fun I'm having with this.
Silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all...
Oh my, how boring. I wish I could skip this. Oh wait, what's this? A skip dialogue button? I think I'll go ahead and press it.
Too much and it comes. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
I'm sorry.
Of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh,
You've
gosh.
never sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year. Let me describe it for you.
I can't say I have.
To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Boring. Are you still there, Stan? Are you still there?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
He's back.
Entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review.
So that's true. Sigh. What to do now?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip. You still with us? Can I escape? Okay, this place is becoming an ancient ruin. Ooh, sunlight. Keep on trucking. Oh, this really is. Okay, so we've been stuck in here for a while, haven't we? You see, like, Joel and Ellie. I think there's someone down here. Okay. Oh, I'm getting cold. So very cold and dark and lonely. I blame the narrator for implementing such a hellish device. Or should I blame, what was his name? The reviewer. Okay, I guess it's not operational anymore. But luckily a hole has weathered. Ooh. This looks like Davy Jones' locker. Okay, we're just gonna keep walking. Let's follow the sun. Okay. Oh, and that's it. We're back. We're back, baby. Ooh, what does this do? Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. I was not expecting that. Oh, what fresh hell is this? You're calling this heaven? I will press every button if I have to. Don't think I won't. Seriously, what do I do? Do I just not press anything? Can I stand still? I'm so confused. Get me out of here. Sorry, I'm probably making you guys dizzy. I'm making myself dizzy. Like, is this like intended for me to like, to have to like quit? I'm about to look at what I have to do. Can't even tell what he's saying. What's the time? I don't know. Excuse me for a second. Maybe I do simply have to, like, leave the game or something. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay. After the final input, Stanley is teleported from his office to a circular room. In the background, a choir repeatedly singing the word "push the buttons." Doesn't sound like that's what they're saying. Yeah, you can only exit this ending by restarting the game on your own. That's what I thought. I had a feeling. So should I quit the main menu or begin the game again? Yay, I made it. No, we're not doing that again.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What do you mean? Okay, well at least we figured out what those inputs were all about. New content? There's more?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. So this is different than what you showed me before. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's do it. This better be worth my time, Mr. Narrator. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A game within a game.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
The end is never the end again.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
427. Investor Showcase, the Stanley Parable 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
I agree. It gives it more prestige.
What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay. Here it is, the Stanley Parable 2. I like it. That's what I'm here for. We all love a good sequel. It's been a long time coming. 2 plants. Oh, that's the fern. That I was told to look at. 2 Stanleys. 2 mirrored images of the letter 2. Number 2. That's what those are called.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sounds right. 2. This way to the show floor. I'm here for it. New features. You rolled out the red carpet and everything. Here we go. Ooh, fancy.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Office decorations, the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Ooh, where's that? Is that over here?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
It just knows?
Isn't that wonderful?
It actually be quite... Okay, these are just the different looks of the button. Let's see how this is gonna work. Try it here. Name.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
I mean, close enough.
In the final
Mike,
game,
Jim.
This button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
Want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
I am Jim.
Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim,
I can feel
watching
it.
your dreams crumble into dust.
What?
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I'm Jim Ryan. Executive of a PlayStation.
Jim. Yes, you see? What a thrill. What
You're
a rush.
right.
That was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. I am Jim.
Jim.
Wow.
It hits even harder the second time.
No way.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
I can't argue with that.
Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I'm Jim! How will I live on? Okay, well, I had fun. I'm still gonna stay Jim for the rest of this playthrough. Call me Jim, Jimbo. So what else do we got?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh, a merch table. Who works here? Office decorations, reassurance bucket. What? Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I go with the Happy Birthday. Where do I go? I am at a loss. Oh, I didn't even see this. Oh, I see. Happy 12th birthday, Stepniece. Get well someday. I'll go with the get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh, come on.
12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
How dare you? Oh, look at that.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The jump circle is back.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for
Yeah.
Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
I did.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Hey, I want to jump some more. How dare you? You make me want to play your game less and less and less. Oh, this is the Stanley Parable 2, the reassurance bucket. Let's see what's in here.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
So I can hold it? Yay!
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
I have a bucket.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? Ooh. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, I think you're right.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, I'm leaving with this bucket. I don't want to put it down. I feel empowered.
Give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Afraid not.
It really should be an award if it isn't already.
It's not. But you're right, it should be.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes.
Epilogues are fun.
We'll go at the end of the well, we'll figure that out later.
Once you have the story actually free trophy, infinite hole. Ooh, free trophy. On a new trophy. Free trophy. Use right now. Pull the lever, receive a new trophy, no more steps. It just works. I'm always down for a free trophy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's see if it works.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken.
How dare you?
Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I love it. Yeah, I seriously want this trophy, though. Give me the trophy! Such a tease. How do you get that trophy? Am I just never gonna get it? Is it possible? Do I actually have to wait? Well, I tried. I really did. Oh yeah, that's the sign.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
So many. So I came out of that one. It's over here. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
You don't say.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like.
Does not sound pleasant.
For video games as a medium.
I kind of want to try it, but at the same time, I want to make sure I don't come across... Like, I don't know where the exit to this place is, so I don't want to accidentally stumble upon it. Expo Hall, jump circle, this map, free trophy, the button that said the name, I did that, merch I saw, I haven't been to the settings world champion, the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket I have right here, office decoration, the epilogue, collectibles I haven't been to either, infinite hole, okay, there's not much more to see actually. Oh, here's collectibles right here, let's go up here. Oh yeah, the map says collectibles, and then there's the infinite hole. Let's see, can I find the collectibles?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Ooh, found one. 1 out of 6. Okay, making progress. Wait. Do I have to, like, actually collect them up?
It really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh, it did show me where the exit is. Oh, the exit's up the stairs. So the question I have is, do I have to actually collect... Okay, let's try the infinite hole, since there actually is an exit. Like, do they actually release the collectibles around and I have to actually find them all, or... Maybe I'll look around a little bit. Okay, let's go down the infinite hole. I don't even know how long I plan on streaming for. I do like how extensive this, DLC, or, you know, this new content, whatever, came to be. Here we go. Ready? Jump! Oh, I can't jump. Whoa!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
how do I get out?
You can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Woo!
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on.
You can see it.
Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
I'm still alive, somehow.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't say anything,
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
I can get behind that.
For you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
I'll pretend it never happened.
Here when you're ready.
I wonder what, let's see if anything happens if I just hang around. I don't think so. Okay, that was fun. Good times. You're gonna have to rename that to the mostly infinite hole. Okay, can't go up there. I can't go in anymore. Okay, maybe I can't get any more, So there's one more area I haven't been to. The Settings World Champion. Oh yeah, I still have to get that trophy for messing with all the sliders on the, on the settings, whatever. I did that. Oh, I think, I'm trying to remember, where was it? It was upstairs. No screenshots. Red is the new orange. Oh, sorry, that's the gym button. Oh, that's right, it was through here, right? Okay, and then up those stairs. Settings World Champion. Can I not enter the Settings World Champion? That's a bit of a letdown. Now I'm gonna do that. Okay. Okay. This is fun, isn't it?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named...
Keep that on 80. Huh. I wonder if the way I did it didn't work. Oh well. I'll play around with it on my own time. Okay, so I guess I have no idea what this is. It's just locked now. Well, let me open it. But I think that's the last thing I haven't done. So, oh, there's a staircase right here. I guess we can head over to the exit. Oh, where was that again? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Up we go. I'm still taking this bucket with me.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I think so. Except for that one, that one room you wouldn't let me go in, but that's supposed to be me.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly
pretty cool.
How exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yay?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
Try it again.
This is much
Take two.
better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
A little better.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
It's going to be
tough. I wanted
tough.
fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
That's what you just did.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Gotta sell it. Gotta sell it.
It says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something.
Let us see it. Let us see it.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Ooh. But look at this. A little POV walkthrough. What I'm thinking I might have to do is I might have to actually go like one by one like this slowly so I don't skip over any buttons. Or numbers rather. But we won't do that now. Now I go to begin the game. See what happens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
There were the balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Deja vu. I feel like we've heard this before.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
You can run faster.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm running faster. I don't think unless I messed with a setting that did that.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I hate to break it to you, but this feels like the same game. Not much variety.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Wait, which bucket? I don't want to skip the bucket. Oh, it's right here. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay, now we're cooking.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let's do it.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
You can't have it.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
It's mine.
Don't give in.
No others.
Hand over the bucket.
I won't.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
You hear that?
You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a
off the
variety
wall.
of reasons,
I love it.
But even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
How
that
dare
your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never.
I should leave.
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years.
It's deep, I tell you.
Have it.
You can have it. Remind me of that SpongeBob line. Let him have it. You can have it. Imagine after all that.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Okay, what?
Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion.
That does
Take
it.
a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah, it's mine. See? Read. Property of Stanley.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Ooh, it's a bucket
I
sticker.
feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide
know for sure now.
applications for this sticker.
Okay, I'm glad. Glad I have that. Any other stickers you'd like to put on my bucket?
I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I don't blame you. Let me just take a few more moments. Let me give me some alone time with this bucket. I want to close the door so that it's just me and the bucket and the broom cupboard. There, it's okay. Are you ready to go on? Are you sure? Okay. I think we're ready.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
You got it. With the bucket. Oh, the collectibles. I have to keep my eye out for these.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cool. I actually forgot all about those. Hopefully I didn't miss any.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
I want to play the piano.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Always and forever.
The bucket would.
My precious.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I did it.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes,
it could
this
be.
Is certainly the most logical explanation.
Down we go.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Ooh, okay. Put on those cameras.
To life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that
bucket.
Everything would be fine.
Oh yeah, we can go this way.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
I hope not.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Those are the hard-hitting questions.
Furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
You're the only one I can trust now.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let's do it.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the Bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the Bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the Bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Ooh! Hello, birdies.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Ooh. Parrots.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
I like this.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
I have been duped.
Had Bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the Bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths
I could spend an eternity here.
This one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Couldn't be happier. Okay, well, you know what, guys? Man, I feel like this opens up so many possibilities, I guess, because I guess now we can go on, we can take the Bucket, and I don't know if the endings will be different, or if it's just the narration that'll be different, having the Bucket with you. But it's cool. The sequel is now paused. Oh, man. Like I said, I have very little recollection. Obviously, it's very clear what the new stuff was. They labeled it. Right? I think my first inkling was the door that just said new content on it, and I went in, and then that other narrator was like, welcome to the Ultra Deluxe Edition, or you're playing the Ultra Deluxe Edition, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, and obviously I don't remember any of this, but it's such a good edition. It's so fun. It just continues the meta self-detrimental humor, self-aware humor that the original is known for. And now we get it where it's like, it's able to reflect on how it's been, like, about 10 years or so. Reflect on 10 years, you know, all the rewards and stuff it's getting, but then also, like, the negativity and some of the actual, you know, the actual things, I guess, those are actual reviews. They even made reference to, you know, actual reviewers and stuff who have reviewed it, like Giant Bomb and whatever. It's just so much fun. And there's still more endings. As I was playing, there was one I think I remember where, like, where the game transforms. Like, I think you enter an area of the game that hasn't been completed, and then you, like, fall into some alternate dimension, and you're suddenly being thrown into other games. Like, I think Minecraft was one of them. Or I think Portal was one. I remember that ending. It's crazy, though. I haven't gotten that many trophies. I don't know how you get these trophies, then. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, the game's basically telling you that you can't get that one trophy until... Oh, you know what, though? I just realized this is technically Stanley Parable 2, isn't it? So, maybe if I run across that lever in one of these paths or one of these endings, that's probably how I get the trophy. I'm coming across all sorts of revelations, but again, it's just such a fun game, so funny. I feel like I had a grin on my face for a lot of it. It's just been a lot of fun. I kind of don't want to stop, but you know, I guess the repetitive nature of it, and I have been playing for hours. I'm ready to take a break. So, I mean, for those of you who are watching this, whether right now or, you know, later, it's going to be archived on YouTube. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you want to see me play more of it, I'll hold off on playing any more for now so that we can, you know, play it together some more if you wish. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I recommend just picking this game up yourself. I know that from a gameplay perspective, it's not much, especially if you're watching me play it. You've seen a lot of the game already, but what a masterpiece! What a masterpiece! I don't use that word lightly, but just like as far as like trolling and like I said, that kind of self-aware, self-detrimental kind of humor, no game does it better than this. and the DLC, or the extra content just added to that. Oh man, but that's all I got to say, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Oh, sorry, I accidentally pressed something. Okay, so I will see you soon. So take care, and bye bye. Hang on, I messed up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Finally. Take care, guys. Bye.